Today was ride day, taking Harley out. And I don't know if you guys remember the lineup of trucks that used to be here. I've only got the two Blazers left over here right now. This old poor beast in the beige or pewter, whatever, has just had its day. It is absolutely rotten. After 20 years, I can't believe it was bad it wasn't that great when I bought it. But I wanted it for a winter beater. So, but if any of you guys that have been here for a while realize I had this all full, and all the way down there to the trailer was all full of, I had S10s and I had all kinds of vehicles in here. So I sold them all off, trying to get the place cleaned up. I'm looking for a new shop. So we got the old Cowie. Now, while this shop doesn't look too bad, the moisture content in here is ridiculous. Like my 1S10, I have to clean the mold out of it every spring. And I noticed that all the chrome on the Harleys have started to pit, and so I got to polish them all, and it's just, I think it's almost time for a new garage. Gotta get a new set of pipes, because if you guys remember my big ding there in the side there, but nobody really notices. It's gonna get painted in the fall. I'm gonna take it to a guy he's famous for doing airbrush work on all the goalie masks for the NHL, and see what he's gonna charge me to paint the tins on it. And I haven't even decided what I'm gonna do I don't know if I want to do graphics. I think I just want Harley Davidson painted instead of a decal, and that's pretty much it. So maybe I'll just take them the tank. The fenders aren't too bad, but that tank where I went down for the first time ever looks a little rough. So I'll probably be riding with the brain bucket today. So I don't know what I'm going to do for video. Maybe I'll figure that out before I take off. So I lost my turn signal lens. I did find it after somebody ran over it. So thankfully I have extra ones at the shop. So I'll head back there, grab another one. Thankfully the shop's not far away. Hopefully I can find them. It's a windy day, fellas. Check out over there, the bushes. I came back to the shop, grabbed another set of lenses for the turn signals. The old ones I used to have on there, they'll do for now. Wind's blowing everything all over the place. There was an old Studebaker. Oh, it's still sitting there. Man, I'm tempted to try and pick that up. I went out to try and teach my buddy Willie how to ride. He hasn't ridden since the 60s. He's 71 years old. Bought a motorcycle, bought the wrong motorcycle. I think Willie soaking wet maybe weighs 140 pounds and he's 6'1". Dropped the bike in his first go. Says the brake seized up, but you know, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. He's all scraped to shit. What it comes down to is now he's petrified of the bike. So he rode the bike from the back of his house to the front, up front, and he was duck walking the whole way. I think the biggest step is 1 foot to the other was maybe a foot long in stride. So he's petrified of the bike. So I tried to take him out, teach him some better habits, get his feet up. If the bike's moving, your feet are off the ground on the pegs, or the boards in his case, because he bought a 2000 Honda Sabre 1100. Bike's way too heavy for him. Even it's only 600 pounds, but for him it's a very heavy bike. And 71 years old, just getting back at it. Hasn't had a motorcycle since he was 17. He's awfully green and unseasoned, but he has bad habits already. So I took him out, and of course I lost all that footage when I lost the hard drive. I tried to teach him all the safest things. If you're on the bike, you wear the gear. Dress for the slide, not the ride. Told him, when you're riding, you're invisible. Pretend Like, nobody sees you, so you make yourself conspicuous. You have the whole lane, use it to your advantage to make sure you're seen. There's a lot of times I'll hug the line just to make sure that the guy that's I can see turning left, he's going to turn left in front of me, but there's a truck in front of me, and I want to make sure that that guy can see me through the truck or whatever. So I'll move over intentionally, make sure that guy sees me and doesn't just go for it after the truck goes by. So it's your lane, use it. Don't let anybody crowd you, and keep your bubble around you at all times. So I tried to teach him. Basically, I had to teach him stop and go right from the start, as if he was a brand new rider. It's all about the clutch. The clutch controls everything, whether the bike moves at all. No matter what happens, pull in the clutch. It's the first thing you do, no matter what. If you have to make a move, don't be afraid to use the throttle to get out of the way, or that sort of thing. Be defensive and always be on the defensive. There's sometimes when I ride aggressively, but it's generally when there's not a whole lot of cars around. I put safety ahead of everything, and I'm trying to teach him that. So I don't know if he's been out to practice. He says he has, so I'm hoping for the best for him. Come out and ride with us, and there's we got Harleys, and actually I think everybody's got a Harley except for my one buddy Matt, who also has an 1100 Shadow. Here nor there, it doesn't matter what he's riding. I don't really care. It's that you ride, not what you ride, for me. So as long as he's happy with it, I think he bought the wrong bike. Due to his height, he needs a bike that he can kind of stretch out on, so he needs a bike that's a little larger but doesn't weigh a whole lot more. So I'm really not, I don't know what to recommend to him, except for maybe buy a bike, put forward controls and stuff like that on it, but he really needs a lighter bike. So after a long night's work, I'm driving about an hour and a half to go check out a new Harley Davidson. Ding right here. A bit of ding right here and here.
So guys, the deal on this bike fell through entirely. I don't know if there was something wrong with the bike and he didn't want to sell it, but suddenly he had a change of heart and was going to sell it to somebody else. So I'm not even sure why. I offered to give him $7,500 down, and then at the end of the day give him the remainder, but he was more than happy to take $2,500 down from a guy over the phone. So I guess it just wasn't meant to be, and we'll keep looking.